All right, so I have a few new acquisitions I was going to go over. Bought these in a lot, some of them. So there's a couple I'm going to keep and some I'm just going to sell because they're duplicates. So we're going to take a closer look and see what kind of interesting variants we have here. So we'll take a look at Boba Fett here first. This is a Taiwan, and if you look, it's in near mint condition. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with it. And Taiwan Boba Fetts tend to sell for more than the Hong Kong ones, especially when they're in good condition. The most important thing here is this. So the Taiwan gun is blue-black, and the way you can tell it was a Taiwan gun is right there. You see that little, what looks like kind of a Nike symbol? And the Taiwan is the only one that has it. Also, when you look at the cartridge or the hand part here, it's tilted back this way, where most of them come more straight down if they're made in Hong Kong. And the Hong Kong ones can be kind of rounded around here, where the Taiwan is pretty sharp edges, pretty good corners. So the difference is this gun here on its own sells for anywhere in the $125 to $150 mark on eBay. Most time now when you buy a Taiwan Boba Fett, somebody's paired it with a Hong Kong gun, just because to most people it doesn't matter. But if you look on variantvillain.com, you can see what factory all your figures are made in and all their weapons. But the Taiwan gun, not nearly as many of those out there as there are the Hong Kong. So that sells for a premium. And here, I'll show you the other side. But you can go on variantvillain.com and see how you can tell the difference with these different weapons. But that's a Taiwan Boba Fett with the Taiwan gun. I'll be happy to add that one to my collection. So next up, we have a really nice Smile Factory Bespin Luke. The gun and lightsaber are both factory correct Smile. You can see he's in really nice condition, a little bit lighter boots. I like this one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the accessories, or at least the lightsaber, because I do have a nicer Smile Bespin Luke than this one. Not by much, but it doesn't have a saber. So I'm going to keep the saber and probably sell the figure and the gun. But Bespin Luke, here's how you can tell. You have a smile. That's what the country of origin stamp looks like. And Bespin Luke, you can find them in brown hair or yellow hair. This is, as I said, a Smile Factory and yellow hair. So this one, minus the lightsaber, this one will be up on the chopping block pretty soon. So this is a really nice Cater Factory Princess Leia that I got with the lot. And the gun is legit. You can see the cape back there. That's repro. The seller did say that they weren't sure if the Leia accessories were genuine or not. The other ones were. The gun looks good to me. The cape is definitely repro. It's not even the same type of material. You can see it's a really lousy cut at the bottom. And there's, yeah, all the Leia capes, you'll see a pattern. If you look up close, you'll see some lines and some pattern. There's nothing to this one. So this is all repro. That'll go in the garbage. When I get repro weapons, I'll usually keep them for reference. I don't ever sell them. Of course, you'd never tell somebody it's genuine when you know it's repro. But I would never, even when I know something's repro, sometimes you can just sell it and tell the people that it's repro. But I don't put it back in the market. So the weapons I'll keep for reference. That cape is going in the garbage. But the gun looks good to me. And she is in great shape. So I'm going to sell her with her gun, but minus the reproduction cape. Here's a really, really nice Cater Factory C-3PO. It's a 2-line country of origin date stamp. Very gold. It's got great color, great paint. It's in great condition. I don't have that country of origin stamp, so I'm going to keep this. And I'm going to sell another 3PO that I already had in the collection, which is one that's a duplicate. So this one, I don't have this country of origin stamp or one that gold from Cater. So this is a very nice C-3PO. Most of the time, they're more of a silver color. Give you here's the one that I'm actually going to sell. And you can see the difference, how some of them have that silver color. This one's very gold. So that one's going to go on the display. Very cool. And what I like about this one, some of the C-3POs, they're so loose, the arms and legs, that sometimes they'll just start to tip over and they'll just collapse. And this one's pretty steady. So that one's going to go on the display, a very nice gold Cater Factory C-3PO. Next up, we have a really nice Cater Factory Jawa, a good blaster, and Cater Factory blaster, Cater Factory cloak, and let's look at the country of origin date stamp. This is in really nice condition. He's complete, and a little bit of paint loss on the hands. That's about it. But a complete Jawa, you know, they go for, I don't know, might be able to get 30, 40 bucks for this, maybe more. So this one came in the lot. It's one that I already have. The one that I have is probably slightly nicer, so I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to sell this one. But it's a really nice Cater Factory complete Jawa, and but it's going to go on the chopping block pretty soon. Here we have a really nice Unitoy Factory Chewbacca. The eye paint, really nice. The gun is legit. The bowcaster is legit. Nice paint. There's a look at the back. And that is a Unitoy Factory country of origin date stamp. This one's really nice, but I have enough Chewbaccas. I already have one like this, so this came in the lot. What I really wanted from the lot was the Boba Fett. So this one's going to go on the chopping block as well, but it is a really nice Unitoy Factory Chewbacca. So next I have a really awesome Unitoy Factory Emperor's Royal Guard, complete, legit staff, cape, everything. And I'm keeping this one because I have one with the almost the same country of origin stamp, another Unitoy, but look at the difference now. This is the one that I already had. Totally different plastic helmet, different color capes, and we're gonna pull up the, okay, so there is kind of a almost a maroon, a little bit of a red tint to the brown, and this guy is just solid brown. So different plastics used, different color plastics, same factory, but two very cool variants. So this guy, I didn't actually have one like this, so this one's gonna stay. But in return, I had a duplicate one like the one I just showed you, so this one I'm gonna sell pretty soon. So, you know, I like my display case to look nice, and I just got rid of a lot of figures because it was starting to get too cluttered. So if I buy one, I sell one. So that's a really nice Unitoy Factory Emperor's Royal Guard. That one's going to go in the display case. All right, here's a recent pickup as well. This is a super nice Hong Kong Boba Fett. If a Boba Fett says Hong Kong, then it was made in the Cater Factory. That was the only Hong Kong factory that made Boba Fetts. But I don't need any more Boba Fetts, so I have one for sale to replace this one. I'm replacing this one with one that's up for sale. I bought this one because of that bitone belt. We call that bitone. You can see the part that's painted for the leg is a light brown, and the part that's painted for the torso is a dark brown. And they're kind of rare, you know, you find them and they don't go for, you know, a ton of money, but collectors like me who like Boba Fett, you know, I have over 50 Boba Fetts. So I had a couple bitone Big C Boba Fetts. If you check out my video on the Big C Boba Fett, you'll see what that is. But this is the first regular Hong Kong that I've had with a bitone belt. And you can see he's just in really nice condition too. Not really any noticeable paint loss. So this is a super nice Boba Fett, but for collectors who like bitone belts, people will pay a little bit more for these, especially when they're complete. And so this is one that I got up recently, and it's going to look really nice in the display. So you might be wondering what's so interesting about him. He's missing an arm. This is a Ledy Gamorrean guard, but it's an overstock, which means, you know, when Ledy closed their doors, and I believe it was just the Mexico City plant, it could have been in the Tijuana, but anyway, when they closed up shop, they had a bunch of pieces of Star Wars figures that employees sometimes just put together and, you'll see, if you look on one of my other videos for Ledy Overstock figures, you'll see some of those. But that's what this is. So this is all in pieces, actually. I could just kind of snap it together, but it comes apart. And what I'm going to do is take it apart and show you. So this one here was just something that the employees took home and never bothered to sonic weld. So I'm going to take it apart for you and show you. So here's what it looks like in pieces, and I'll flip it over for you. So this was never sonic welded. It was never put together. One of the employees was fortunate enough to be able to just take it home in pieces. Here's what the head looks like. So it's easy to put together, and once you put it together, it stays together just fine. It is missing the left arm, but this was super cool. Ledy Overstock and Gamorrean Guard. You know, this was actually my 50th Gamorrean Guard that I added to my collection, so it was a pretty big deal to add this. But this is a Ledy Overstock Gamorrean Guard, and you don't come across these too often, so it was pretty cool for me. All right, I wanted to show you where I put the figures that I kept here in the display. Here's the C-3POs, and you can see it's this gold one over here, right there, and it really stands out. The other ones have that silver color, so that one looks pretty nice in there. Over here we have the Emperor's Royal Guard. It's the one in the middle, and that turned out really nice there. Here is my Luke that I kept a lightsaber for. And down here we have the bitone belt Boba Fett. And here is the Taiwan Fett that I bought, but I ended up giving the gun to this guy, who is a really nice painted blue helmet. I have 4 painted blue helmets. These two both have Taiwan guns. They're pretty nice figures there. And let's go down here, down to the international shelf, and I'll show you. Let me move the door. There's where I put the Ledy Overstock Gamorrean Guard. And so it's next to the Ledy bagged, made in Mexico one, the Overstock left leg, the Overstock figure, and there's a couple Frankenstein figures from Ledy Overstock. So those are my newest additions. Going to sell a few now. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please go ahead and hit subscribe. Check out some more of my videos. I'll be making some more again soon. Thanks a lot.